Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Harvest Moon. Last episode, we got all of our stuff planted. In this episode, we're going to be continuing forward. Very hot outside. Alright, so everything's still in seed form. We're going to be doing our daily fishing shtick. Da, 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 da. Fish. Okay. One fish down. One fish to go. Oops. Fish! Alright, and since we know that's going to be like the last fish we're going to be able to get, let's just start watering. Because from what I do remember, every time our character eats in the middle of the day, it's kind of like a stamina restoring thing, so... And again, the reason why our plots are like this is simply to make it as easy as possible to ship, and as easy as possible to water. Because the middle crops and the end crops would be completely... Yep, 600 gold total. Easiest to ship, and easiest to water, and most profit obtained, because, quite frankly, you wouldn't be using the middle seeds anyway, so if you can basically make it as easy as you possibly can to get the crops, ship them, and all that within a timely manner, you're good, because if you normally had them in the normal farming thing, it wouldn't be a straight line like this, and you'd have to go curve and curve and curve, and yeah. I did this strategy when I first was playing, after like some science, I guess you could say, of trying to figure out the best strategy for summer crops, because, well, they could get typhoon, they could get a lot of things. Okay. I can't wait till we get our other power berry, because once we get that other power berry, we should be able to be pretty good in this. Alright. We're gonna eat that, but mainly we're just gonna sit in this hot springs for a while. Though, to be honest, I think I'm actually going to edit some of this out. Mainly because it's kind of tedious. Because we're gonna be going back and forth from the farm to here, so... Okay. Should have enough stamina to do this one last line, and then we can do the rest. Right? The thing that he's making, though, that tool will make you really happy. It is a tool that I believe escalates the second year in a drastic way. But again, we're going to be trying to invest into not only having the third house upgrade by the end of this season, but we're also trying to get as much as possible for our farm, as far as like ranching goes, because we need to get that done. We need to get a cow by the end of the season, preferably would be a cow, and we need to get quite a few more chickens. And speaking of chickens, I need to check my chicken because if I don't feed it enough, it will get sickly, and it also won't produce eggs. It's a problem that I hope I haven't already forgotten because it's kind of out of the way. Cats just love knocking things off things, don't they? I made a very bad mistake there. I sold the egg despite the fact that shipping is not coming. Okay. I'm also going to have to, the next time I go into the, mountain area, I'm gonna have to ask what the price is for that house. So I can sort of get an estimate. See, we have 140 plus 7, or plus 6. That'll be about 740. We're gonna need 1,000, so thankfully we can sell stuff on Saturday. And the peddler will come Sunday, so we can hopefully manage to get that blue feather on the first time it shows up, because it is annoying to not have the blue feather beforehand. Because it's best to have the blue feather whenever you can get it, not randomly. After, like, it first shows up. Alright. So, topic of discussions is, like, as well as useless game mechanics that this game says it has but doesn't have, is a mechanic that's commonly referred to in other Harvest Moon games as well, but it doesn't actually exist. In fact, I think there's only one game where that exists, and I don't quite remember the name of it, and it is the jealousy system, where you give a character an item as a gift, but since you're, like, basically wooing the whole block, they basically get jealous. Which is obvious, but at the same token, this system does not actually exist. It's only hinted around. But there's actually been factual evidence and things tested to where that doesn't actually happen. In 90% of the games that it tries to say that that's a mechanic, it's actually not a mechanic. So that's kind of odd. I kind of wish games didn't do that, where they're like, well, this is a mechanic, but reality is it's not really a mechanic. It's just something that the characters have alluded to, but doesn't really exist. I don't know. Thanks a lot for today. Okay. So tomorrow, when I go fishing, I'm gonna have to ask what that price is for that thing. Alright, chicken's fed. Everyone's good. Writing diary. And going to bed. Da-na-na-na-na. It's been hot recently. You don't say. Ra-na-na-na-na-na-na. Crops are still crops. Egg can go away. Let's give food. Alright, well now we need to ask if they're available. I just realized it's Saturday, they're probably not. Nope. Can't open it, it's locked. Rat! Well, if we at least get one fish, we should have enough money for that. Blue feather, unless it's 2,000. In that case, I'm gonna be not a happy camper, but from what I do remember, because as you can see the water level is different, I believe fish are a lot easier to catch in summer than they are in any other season, though I could be royally wrong. About that. Da, 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 da. Da, na, na. Da, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Well, that kind of guarantees my sentiment from before, that fish is now easier to catch. Which really supersedes the whole, you really, really should do this. Like, this is just $600 a day without really much effort when our crops are growing, which is a pain. Oh, our tomatoes are growing. Oh, crap. Thank you for being invincible to that, seeds. Okay. Well, I guess on Monday is when I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm not gonna bother... Hello, Rock. I'm not gonna bother cutting the grass right now because we still have 41 pieces of feed. I'm gonna mainly be focusing on just the seeds and just the wooden stuff we need to get. Also, yeah, eggs are 50 gold apiece. It's not too much, but it is extra. And eventually they will double your investment, because if you keep breeding chickens, you can sell them for 500 each. So, yeah, it's half the price that you bought them for, but it's worth it. Oh no. I didn't water that seed. Well, that's gonna hurt my, OCD on this. Okay. Again, as much as it's awesome to do this at night because then you don't get any, like, rebounds from, not being able to ship on time, it still does suck because you can really barely tell the difference in color. Hence why I got one seed wrong. I mean, it'll still grow and it'll still produce fruit, it's fine, but still. Alright, well, let's eat that. I think I'm actually gonna end the episode off here, and then we can continue on in the next, episode for the next day. See you guys then.